thought you guys were going to turn on the disco ball. Janelle is here.
Okay, Raina.
Wow, that is a Raina thing.
So here she is, finally.
Do you want me to tell you what happened?
Do I want to know?
I had to use the bathroom and I
See,
realized
I didn't want to know that.
I realized it too late. I was like, oh, I gotta go. I know.
But when nature calls.
It's what they call, kids these days. That'd be the acronym TMI.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
So, hope you're all doing. Are people checking in yet?
Yeah,
You don't even
no.
know. She's not here looking.
I love you guys.
I'm working.
Gosh, such a nerd. Okay, let's see. Did you talk about Scranton Road?
I can lower that.
Of
course I talked about it. I did that, and we turned off the lights.
What's up, Eva and Mike? He says, good morning, Janelle. That's what Mike said. That's right. You're my friend. Psh, gracias.
So you slap your friends?
Callie says, good morning, friends. It's Patricia. What's up? He says, dude, what did you do? What did you do? Because that was the first comment that came in. What did you do? Why did she say dude? I want to know. What did you do?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What is wrong with you?
What, you're not going to...
What's going on?
Look, I just lowered the camera. You like that?
Oh, yeah. You did a good job. So, hold on.
Should I lower it more?
Oh, look. They fixed that. It's about time because I didn't like the other one. If you want to see behind the scenes stuff.
Should we...
Brian is earning that paper.
That's right.
Sheila, what's up? She says, why do I get here to Brian talking about being handsome? Thank you.
Because I'm a Christian and I tell the truth.
Tara says...
Why wouldn't I talk about something that's true?
Hashtag Team Janelle Tara says... what did she say? Oh, hello, friends. I just wanted to say hashtag Team Janelle. And Jennifer, Dr. Jennifer Jones says, good morning, Janelle. Oh, and Brian. Because she's like hashtag Team Janelle. And Dr. Jennifer Jones, who wrote a thesis, or what's that thing to write? Thing for a doctor?
Shouldn't you know she's on your team?
She's so amazing. I don't know. You missed that? She said on Friday, all wise people are hashtag Team Janelle. Thank you. She's a doctor.
Obviously not a doctor of discernment. I'll tell you that. You don't have a PhD in knowing the right team to pick.
Janet's here, Julie, Theola, one of my favorites. She's here. All right. And YouTube, we see you guys. So as we continue the conversation, make sure to comment. YouTube, we see you. Go ahead. And subscribe. Hello. Do that thing that our kids see. Just real quick. The YouTube thing. What is
Hey, what's up, yo? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button down there.
And they don't say hit. They're like blow it up or do like, they say other stuff. Other lingo now.
YouTube is...
Tell us. You're a millennial. What is...
Millennials don't watch YouTube.
I know.
It's the next
Hit
generation.
it. Watch it. Hit it. Slap it.
Hit it. Punch it in the face. The subscribe button. Subscribe it.
Fire.
And then you're going to get the notifications all the time. And then here's our swag. They talk about the go get your t-shirt and your swag and all that. You can't get any of this from us, though.
It's fire.
There's no store. We don't have a store.
It's fire.
We're just going to show it to you.
What is it?
It's fire. Like
it's fire. It's
lit.
Yeah,
it's fire, y'all.
It's lit. It's on fleek.
Good job. Okay, go ahead.
Right?
Yeah, that was good.
Works, yeah.
I don't think it was good, though.
It could be better.
Yo, you gotta play that part to our kids. They're gonna just...
They'll be embarrassed.
Okay, go.
They'll be like, Dad, why'd you do that? So, we were looking at a lot of data today for a lot of reasons. Okay, so there's some data out of this particular study that came to us from the Cato Institute and YouGov, a national survey. It says that self-censorship is on the rise according to this survey.
Kristen's confused.
So, what?
Kristen is confused.
Who?
Kristen.
Why?
Kristen, she says, love you, Brian.
Why is that confusing?
I don't know. I was just talking out loud like,
You talk junk. You see what I put up with?
Confused.
All this junk she talks? She is, and during the show today, I called her out. On a break, she goes, I just want to kick you sometimes.
I sure did.
Wow, I'm a Christian. I don't want to kick people.
I'm going to get to your comments. You guys are awesome. But I was just thinking, when Kristen wrote that and you were reading it, I'm like interrupting. I'm a little hyper. So I was like, oh my gosh, she tripped on the keyboard and wrote, I love Brian. I'm like, okay.
She said she wants to kick me. Isn't she supposed to love her neighbor
my
and be
goodness.
kind and gentle? And that's not a spiritual gift,
Please.
Janelle. Or
All right,
a fruit
go
of the
ahead.
Spirit.
We can go and talk.
Anyway, so this new YouGov and Cato Institute thing found that 62% of Americans say the political climate today prevents them from saying what they believe. Now, that's up several points from 2017, where 58% of Americans said that. And when you break it down, the reason I feel comfortable talking about this one in particular is because the concern is shared relatively equally. It's not an imbalanced partisan thing saying, oh, the liberals feel bad because the conservatives are so mean to them, or vice versa or something. 31% of liberals, 30% of moderates, and 34% of conservatives are all worried that their political views could get them fired or harm their career trajectory. As in, there's like this universal fear, regardless of your political perspective, of sharing your political opinions. So from a faith perspective, here's my general question for you. Again, 62% of Americans say the current climate prevents them from saying what they believe politically. Is that a bad thing for a Christian? Is it bad that we feel that we can't share what we believe politically? Like, I think the presumption of the results of the survey in this particular article I have from the Daily Caller indicates it's a negative. They'd call it a negative. Is it for a Christian? What do you think?
So, you missed it. You're supposed to be like, yeah, get the merch. You can get the merch by clicking this button.
Get the merch by
Yeah.
clicking this button.
That's right.
Get the merch.
Yeah. And then Mike said, did you guys eat Goofy pills this morning? And Kristen says, Janelle, I am not confused. She says she likes rooting for the underdog.
What? What is that supposed
That's
to mean?
what she said. Oh my goodness. That's messed up. And Dr. Jennifer, PhD, hashtag Team Janelle, says, you write a dissertation for a PhD. Thesis is for a master's. I knew it had nothing to do with a bachelor's.
I knew that. And you're on her team. That's all I gotta say. And I don't think your PhD or your master's is in knowing which team to be on. I can tell you
I'm
that.
going to ask a really not smart question. Do you need your master's to get a PhD? You
Yes.
can go every time.
It's scaffolded.
That sucks. You can't just go straight to
You can't get a
PhD.
master's without a bachelor's.
No, I knew that.
You have to scaffold it.
Dang. That's a long time. That makes me respect Jennifer even more.
You realize
And for
I have a
those who
master's?
thought that was so dumb, I'm sorry. I've been homeschooling for 20 years. What'd you say?
You realize
20.
I have a master's degree. You don't even know that.
So I've always asked you, what do you want people to call you?
There's nothing that comes with that.
Patricia says, I love you, Janelle. I want to meet you. I've met Brian. I love Brian too. That's so sweet. But
Even
you're
after she met me.
Aw. And Jennifer says, I can kick you because you're like a brother. So we do that to little brothers. Thank
The
you.
Bible I read, Dr. Jones, does not promote violence. In case you're wondering.
Oh, please.
Thou shalt
Sheila
kick.
says, watching Brian celebrate before he heard the underdog punchline.
Wow, Sheila. I don't think that's in the Bible either.
Well, ladies, okay, wait, hold on. I know we have a topic, but I know that if you're here on overtime and hanging with us, you're registered for the Renew Conference. I know you went and you texted Renew to our number, or you went to moodyconferences.com. Come on. Like, hello, it's almost time. September 12th at 1 p.m. And it's like just me and Crystal Evans-Hurst. No Brian.
Not true. I'll be there.
What are you going to say? You got a lesson?
I'm working on it.
Dr. Jennifer says, I had a negative impact on one of my relationships. This person was previously a professional reference and sent me a message saying they could no longer support me. Was it because of a political statement or... Ooh, that would be messed up. Patricia says, Janelle, didn't you have to do a thesis for your bachelor's? No. We didn't have to do
You just
no
did a
thesis.
math problem.
No, to get your bachelor's in engineering, you don't got to do no thesis. I did do an internship and then an extended internship, which was like 9 months at Ford Motor Company, but that was not required. I think it was a smart step if I wanted to go to corporate, but here I am homeschooling. Sue says some workplaces, they are told it is a political free zone, so it's not shared. Personally, I only share with people whom I really know well. That's fair though. You got no business sharing your political position at work, right?
Yeah, I
In
think it
certain
depends.
places, certain
But like, generally speaking, I think the presumption would be that you would just somehow, for no apparent reason or no good reason, declare a controversial political view.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got no business in the workplace.
Thank you. Because during the protests and other things, dude, like I told Lynn, you better make sure, because it makes sure that people around him, like he went to whoever he needed to, if it did happen, because I just thought that would be so unfair, you know, you have to go to work and you have to work with people. So does that, Jennifer says, actually Brian is technically wrong. Team Janelle. She said you can enter a doctoral program with only a bachelor's. Oh,
Actually,
Brian.
Dr. Jones, I think you're technically wrong. How about that?
Wow, Brian. Mike says, I think it depends on the circumstances that political views are shared. Some may cause concern and others may not. That's what I was going to ask you. When is it appropriate? Let's say you're in regular corporate America. At a manufacturing plant here in Cleveland.
When is it appropriate?
Yeah, when is it okay?
Rarely, if ever.
Because political covers a lot. Political to some Christians, unfortunately, is our like our views. Abortion, for example.
Yeah, like and because we're talking about Christians, not just professional standards here.
Yeah.
As a Christian, I
Tina,
don't want to...
thank you. You can get a PhD without a master's. Wow, so I'm not as... It was actually a smart question. Thank you. Go ahead.
You have more credibility when you get all three.
Well, yeah, but you can still get it. But go ahead. You said, so a believer.
No, would you like to pause longer to say that you're right, Joe? We can pause as long as you'd like.
I know,
go ahead, why don't you go
right?
up
And
there
then
and say it right there. Go tell them how right you are.
Okay, I'll calm down. Go ahead.
Wow. You see what I put up with? And she makes you guys think that she's putting up with all the mess.
Oh, my goodness. So go ahead. So you're a believer. You're in corporate. And to you, it's not political. But to the rest of the world, it is. It's abortion. When is it appropriate? Homosexuality.
I don't think there's a good reason for us, in most circumstances, to share divisive views that is going to potentially put up a stumbling block in front of the gospel. If I've developed a really good relationship with somebody, like a deep friendship, and they ask me with sincerity what my views are, because they're curious, and they love me, and they care about me, I'll share anything. I don't care.
Yeah. In the workplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I've had some colleagues, like when I worked as a teacher, that we had very different views, but like one guy, we ended up coaching together. We went to each other's homes for meals.
Yeah.
Like he subbed in the band I was in.
Oh, that's cool.
And we had some really deep conversation about some of our big differences.
Yeah.
But it came from a place of mutual respect and love.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was going to create an obstacle for me. He genuinely wanted to know my answer. Usually when people talk about divisive political issues, they're not asking you because they genuinely want to know the answer.
They're asking you why.
Because
debate.
they either want someone to agree with them, or they want another reason to hate you, or to discredit you, or discount you. And I think as Christians, like that's where I think it's interesting. This survey presumes it's negative. I don't think it's necessarily a horrible thing for a Christian to be more uncomfortable just randomly sharing their political views.
It's not a bad thing.
No, I think we should be uncomfortable sharing divisive views.
But the problem is, what to some is political, to us is just like who we are and what we believe. That's what I don't like about those, because
Okay.
some of it has kind of merged.
Yeah,
It's not just I'm a Republican.
Social media is
Yeah.
like, and this is where it's primarily referring to, I would imagine, but also the workplace, but social media is like you're standing in front of a group of thousands of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would just like everyone to know about, and then you give some when is that wise?
Yeah.
How does that reflect wisdom? When's the last time you did that?
I don't do that.
You just said, I just want everyone to know where I'm coming from here, or someone posts
Now-
something and you go, hold on, the Bible says that's different. I totally disagree with your perspective on this.
I don't do that, but recently with the George Floyd thing, I've shared things that I know other people would have received as a political position and offensive to them. So I think it's subjective to us. There are positions or topics that we would share that would be like, well, this one's fine, And to other people, it's like, really? You're going to share that?
That's why we really have to be mindful of the circumstance, the audience.
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
Just on social media and like during the workday at the workplace,
Oh,
in most
yeah.
circumstances. I mean, we share ideas for a living, but for most people, like at Len's job, working at a manufacturing plant, what business would anybody have spewing off their political ideology there?
Yeah.
How's that going to help the work environment? How's that going to build better collegial relationships? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Tara says she can't wait for the conference. Angie says, yes, renew. Please go, what? Register. Text the word renew and click on it. It's $10. You get a book, Nancy Kane's. It's one of my favorites. It will transform your spiritual life. But more importantly, we're going to hang out. We are going to hang out, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm so excited, Tara and Angie. Sue says some workplaces they are told is a political free zone, so it's not shared. Personally, I only share with people whom I really know.
And I think that is the way of wisdom for the believer, to be quick to listen and slow to speak. And I think that's indicative of a relationship.
In the workplace.
Yeah, I don't think just
Or
randomly
ever.
spouting.
Even your neighbors, you're saying. Like wherever
right,
you're
it
at.
just doesn't produce good things.
Yeah.
I've had times where I disagree with something, let's just say a neighbor expresses to me,
Yeah.
but I don't start a debate. It's not worth it. It's not worth wrecking the relationship.
And you're not going to change people's minds.
No.
Yeah. But you will very quickly break a relationship. You know, it takes a relationship to go the other way, but to destroy relationships, it's quicker. Mike says, I don't share them on OT here. Oh, on overtime because Brian will give you a ticket. Jennifer says she is correct. In those programs, you complete the courses for a master's while also completing your doctorate.
So what Dr. Jones is saying is that we're both correct. Because you actually then complete a master's degree while you're doing your doctoral degree.
Actually, somebody on YouTube said you can get a PhD without a master's. So Tina, can you explain, please? Thank you. Wendessa says, good morning, y'all. What's up, Wendessa? She says, I've been ill. What? So I've been able to listen. I haven't been able to listen as much. All better now. So glad to have you back, Wendessa. And I love your name. Lauren Cuevas says, yay, renew. I am so excited, ladies. And it's going to feel so intimate. It's going to be like we're kicking it. Hello, like you FaceTime with your parents. It's going to be like that. And our guest, Crystal Evans Hurst, if you haven't heard about her, she's Priscilla Shirer's sister. Hello. But if you read her book, which I've read one, and you look at her ministry, it's super cool. And so we're going to have a great time.
Why doesn't Lauren Cuevas ever post pictures of her new baby?
And new mom, super cool.
Why isn't she posting it as a comment here? Is that a new thing for you young people, Kelly, that you don't post pictures of your babies? Is that some privacy thing?
I do sometimes.
Rod says the George Floyd situation has created a plethora of conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah.
Amora says, at work, we're not allowed to express our views. And you know what, though? Sometimes in the workplace, people won't bring it up, but I've heard people do little things like, this has happened. So, why are people protesting? I know to some of you, it sounds like it's a question. But to people of color, that's a trigger. You know, and so it's hard to go and tell on the person because they didn't do anything. But the tone, it's like, yo, that's not cool that's happening in the workplace. Like, don't ask that. Just stay out of those conversations. Like you said, unless you're like, yo, that's my, that's my friend. Angie says, when someone makes a comment or asks me a question, I throw it back to them. This allows me to see if they're truly asking or looking to battle. Ooh, you like that?
It's really good decision.
Sara from Ecuador, who is definitely #Team Janelle, says, buenos dias, everyone. I think it's wise to keep your opinions to yourself until you have lived alongside those people long enough for them to see Christ in you and to build a relationship with them. Only then should you share if the situation or conversation truly is right. Similar to Brian and his teaching colleague.
Yeah, but sadly, a lot of Christians think the exception to this is social media, and they think that's the place where you make bold declarations, either about how great your ideas are or how stupid somebody else's ideas are. And that's dangerous.
Tina is amazing. Everybody on YouTube, y'all hit subscribe. Hello. Tina says, when I completed my bachelor's in biotechnology, wow.
What are you doing?
Nothing. The big decision I had to make was to go into the workplace or go into PhD program. I'm speaking for those in biological sciences. I can't speak for anyone else. Amen.
I'm going to get a PhD just so you have to refer to me as doctor.
Doctor. You would make me do that?
I would earn the title.
No, so? Some people are like, don't call me doctor.
You'd have to also do the suffix PhD at the end. So it'd be, even if it's Dr. Brian PhD, you'd have to be like, here's my friend Dr. Brian PhD. And if you ever just said Brian, I'd be like, excuse me.
You should call HR. She never uses my
refuses to be
title.
respected.
Amora said,
Right there.
it's hard to be quick to listen and slow to speak when someone comes into the work every single day and talks terribly about what's going on right now with Black Americans. I feel terrible ignoring them and not standing up for Black Americans, but I know they aren't receptive.
Yeah, and you know, as painful as that is, I would agree with you, Wendessa, that sometimes it's just not worth it.
And sometimes what happens when that said, it may not happen with you, but when you react in the workplace, then you get in trouble, and so it can get really muddied.
But no, I mean, ask them. I think she's referring to asking questions back, right? Is that what she's referring to from Angie? I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why not do that?
Okay.
Because usually when you ask good questions, you
Yeah.
can push someone into an intellectual corner and be super sweet about it. By the way, we have Kate from Florida. What's up, Kate?
What's up, and Stephen Hawker?
Steve from Indiana.
What's up?
Colleagues from Moody Radio. We love you guys. You're the best.
My
Thankfully, they're both on Team Brian. So
no,
that's
they
why
are
they're here
Team
today.
Janelle, especially Kate.
I've known Kate
What's
a lot
up,
longer
Kate?
than
Woo!
Kate's known Janelle, so obviously Kate's on my team.
My uncle from DR is logged in. He doesn't understand.
What?
Let me speak Spanish. Sí, un tío, ¿cómo está? Qué bueno que está aquí viendo el video. Gracias por venir. Lo quiero mucho y lo extraño. Y gracias por el cuidado que usted le da a mami cuando va a visitarlo, ¿ok?
Okay, is this your uncle?
Yes.
Estoy muy guapo y inteligente. ¿Sí?
Sí. Dude, he's in DR. That is awesome. Living the life. Rod says Brian would need to change his name. So after he earns a degree, he can be called Dr. Bob.
Yeah, that sounds better, doesn't it?
Man. Lauren says that the baby looks the same every day. She's learning how to post a picture in here as well. It's really, I don't think there is a way to post a picture. I've tried that.
Lauren, could you email a picture, or is that something that you don't know how to do?
Amora, when you went camping, was it tent or cabin? You're pretty awesome. That's super cool.
You guys should have heard Janelle earlier today.
I do all of that.
This woman was claiming
All of that.
That she would right now, even though she talks all the time about how she goes to cabins. She doesn't want to be in a tent. That she would go on a week-long hike on the Appalachian Trail.
I would.
Where they have no bathrooms and you got to carry everything with you.
Dude,
like,
I lived in DR for a month.
She won't do that.
A month. And guess where I had to use the bathroom? In latrines. That was nasty.
No, there isn't even a latrine. There's
That's
a shovel.
fine. I would rather that than the latrines.
No.
You know how nasty
Ask
the
your
latrines
uncle.
are?
He'll tell you.
Now, my uncle is in the city. He does not have a latrine.
Janelle es loco. Muy loco. How about that?
What? That's my uncle. He's going to get you. Kristen is talking about social media. She says, I just think through social media, it's an opportunity to get a perspective and messages out that certain people would never otherwise hear. But my question, Kristen, is, are they even receptive? What do you think, Brian?
No one in the history of the world, as far as I'm concerned, has ever changed their mind from a meme or a statement on social media. I just think it's generally unhelpful.
Yeah, I agree. Angie, I love you. I can teach
Thank
you some
you.
Spanish,
I thought I do speak pretty good
Angie.
Spanish, Angie. Thank you for that. I know. I've been working on it. Took some Spanish.
Oh, my
It
goodness.
is beautiful sounding when I speak Spanish.
Amora says she
I was
used
told
to.
yesterday that I really roll my R's well.
Oh my God.
Martinez. Did you hear that?
Yeah, you did good. Amora says she used to go tent camping. Now she's pampered and she does RV. Girl, I am with you. I used to do tent and I don't do that
Oh,
no more.
whoops. I totally screwed up the loco. Loca.
Gracias. Amora says
No,
we
you're
used to go-
man crazy is what you are. You're just
What is
crazy
wrong
like
with
a man.
you? Wow.
That's what I meant.
Kathy says back in the day you never spoke of politics or religion. That's the truth. What's up with that now?
So now we're back in the day again, it looks like.
She said you never used to do that. Amora says, but they did have cabins, tents, and everything there, including canoes. That's cool.
By the way, should we tell them the little secret? We're not going to tell them exact details yet.
Speaking of canoes.
Oh, yeah. Like that.
Thanks to Janelle and the fact that she called out her husband in a canoe and said, wow, maybe all our struggles in this canoe, Len, are a result of just our entire marriage. Maybe our struggles now are basically just you don't know what you're doing.
No,
or whatever
my
she was saying.
goodness, I didn't say it that way.
She meant it though. So, thanks to her inspiration, we are planning a canoe trip.
Yes, we
And
are.
a Janelle style one. It's just like 2 hours. You're not going to stay in the woods. You're going to be in
Janelle
your
style.
bed.
But we are going to get out. We're going to stay on like the little beaches and get in the water. We're going to hang.
I don't know about getting in the water, but we're going to get in a canoe. And it's going to be here in Northeast Ohio. And it's not going to be one of those where you buy tickets from us or anything, but we're going to tell you where we're going, when we're going to be there,
Yeah.
and we're just going to say, show up.
And it's for couples, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to be alone too, you can.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, cool. If you want to be alone, that's good. The whole idea.
And we're going to watch her and Len just
No.
fight.
My baby, you know what Len is? He is competitive. He's like, girl, we got this. You can do
That's
it.
why he's going to get so mad, because you don't know what you're doing in the canoe.
Watch. You guys can come and see me. And then I want my hashtag Team Janelle people cheering.
I can tell by the look on your face, you know that's true. Because he said, it's interesting how the way you're rowing
He did.
is very different from
He
how
did.
I'm rowing. If it's a race competitive, be like, woman, what are you doing? Why aren't you rowing?
You'll get to see all of that. Len live and in action. My sister's coming. Her husband is driving to Ohio to like do this. And ladies, what a nice prep for the Renew, which is like a couple weeks later. So we'll get to hang.
Sarah's coming?
I'll get to see you. I can't hug you because of the pandemic.
Kelly, you
Sarah is coming. Go ahead. Kelly will be here.
Sarah's probably going to be in the back of the canoe driving the thing.
That's right, because she's in charge.
She knows what she's
And
doing.
our very own boss, Josue Villa, will be there with his awesome wife, Mimi. And they'll probably be passing all of us because they got it together.
Yeah, probably.
That's going to be awesome. So when are we going to announce details?
We have to finalize that.
And guys, my sister, oh my gosh. She's like 10 years younger than me, so wise. So she'll be ahead of us with Josh and Mimi because they're awesome. And so let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. Danella is laughing. Angie says, that's going to be so fun. I can't wait. Tara says, yeah, husband and I are there. I can't wait to see you, Tara. Danella says, it sounds super fun. Kathy says, we just bought a camper, 42-year camper. I love it. Set it up easy, but the car broke down. It's clear we need a newer car. Please pray. Ooh, I hope you get it
gotta have the
soon.
right car for that.
Sheila says, it sounds hilarious. When will it be? Are we saying when?
No, we're not ready to do that yet.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you it's going to be mid to late August. And it's only, we're just doing a 2-hour canoe. So this is,
Yeah, it's not
this
all.
is not going to be,
Any of y'all could do it. Listen, my sister went for the very first
What are
time
you saying about
ever
Giselle?
in her life because she beat us.
listen, if Giselle can do this,
That's right.
anybody can
That's
do this.
right. And her husband had never done it. And then he got hooked. He was like, oh my gosh, we got to do this together. This is awesome. So, yes, I can't wait to see you. Danella is cheering for Renew. If you love the fact that you're going to do Renew, share. Let your girls know so they can join. Amora says, check out my Facebook page if you want to do a family thing with swimming that includes canoe.
I'm not
I'm going to
swimming.
check it out.
I'm not swimming.
And Amora says she's going. Mike says, any singles interested? Can you guys make a list of singles interested? Singles can come.
Yeah, they have kayaks, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. My son did the kayak. People say it's better than canoeing.
Or we got a couple of kids we can put in a canoe with you, and you might not see us again.
Yeah! Oh my goodness. If you guys, anybody wants to ride with Elijah, let me know. I will bring him just for that. You got one you want to donate?
I got a couple. So, but in all seriousness, it's going to be on like a Friday early afternoon. So be looking at your vacation time in August and kind of set aside like a half day on a Friday to head down like Amish country. We're going to try to go back to where she went. That's what we're hoping to do.
Yes, guys. The Renew link, I'm going to put it up right now. You guys, hello. Renew. You want to do it. It will be an amazing time. There might even be some tears for me.
I think Len's gonna cry.
Can you imagine at Renew?
Oh, I thought you meant
He's over
canoeing.
here still talking. Look at the link to Renew. Len will probably cry at the canoe thing. I could just picture him because then he's going to be all these people watching and Janelle that don't listen. People get to watch all of that. You want to read this or what?
Well, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, she's talking about the conversation we had before. That's Sue. Danella, look at the link to Renew. Share it with your friends. Melody says, what is Renew? I am late joining. Melody, Renew webinar, a conference for women, Moody conference. I will be there. It will feature me and Crystal Evans-Hurst, Tony Evans's daughter, Priscilla Shira's sister. We're going to be having a conversation webinar with you. We're going to dive into God's Word and just, ladies, it's just going to be amazing. September 12th at 1 p.m. Click on the link below and register. $10.
And I'm trying to appeal to Lauren Cuevas, who's in the stream, who's kind of in charge of some of this, and Janelle, because I got the perfect breakout session for you in this webinar.
For the ladies. Go ahead.
I'm calling it, right now, the working title is, What's Wrong with Christian Women? What's wrong with Christian women? That's the working title. I think it'd be a big hit. You all can bring paper and notes. And I mean, we might charge extra for that, in fact, is what I'm advocating. And Lauren, just work on that bump in price.
Melody, look, I'm going to reply to you. Click on the link, Melody. You look excited. I want to see you there. It will be a two-way conversation. So I'm going to be engaging with Crystal and myself and all that. But we're going to welcome your comments and questions. Ladies, I cannot express my desire to see you there enough. Angie says, Brian is going to get it. And Rob says, this could turn out to be the biggest baptism.
Rob, you better go.
Hello, Rob and Marcy.
Rob, I've never met his wife.
And she in charge.
What, are you hiding your wife from me? I've met you all these times, Rob, and I don't get to see your wife. You better canoe with your wife, Rob. You better.
Amora's like,
I'm going to tip you over, Rob.
Oh, my goodness. And Patricia says, we get to watch you two in action. Yes, and you can laugh at us. Kathy says, God says Christian women are righteous, Brian.
Yeah, you also said it's better to live on the corner of your roof than with a contentious woman, so.
We better go. We're over, guys. YouTube, we see you. Tina, thank you for coming. YouTube, subscribe. Hit the button below. Can you do that thing our kids see, please?
Hit it. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it. I don't know what they do. I'm just waving my arms around.
All right. And Scranton Road Ministries, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you to Scranton Road Promotional Marketing, Division of Scranton Road Ministries, providing promotional products for your church and business. Invest in the city and in the kingdom. Go to scrantonroadministries.org, scrantonroadpromo.org, and get cool stuff for your business like this.
Guys, I have a picture of Lauren Cuevas.
Adios, Tara.
Do you want to share it on my phone?
I've got it too.
Yeah.
Oh, here's my phone.
I have it on my phone. Yeah. Sure.
Aww.
Let me see.
Lauren, he's perfect.
Where's he?
Right there. Isn't
Oh,
he cute?
my gosh. He looks like his daddy.
I know.
What are you trying to say?
That's a good thing. Well, either way.
Oh, look at this, Janelle.
Look
Why are you
at
trying to make me
how
get in trouble?
cute the baby.
Oh, my gosh. He looks big.
Oh, baby. Look at those cute little hands. Look at that cute little hand. Aw. Thanks, Lauren.
We love you, Lauren. And you are awesome. Sue says, so looking forward to my travel mug, guys. And she says, thank you. Bye, Angie, Tara, Melody, Dr. Jones. Hello, hashtag Team Janelle. Donella, Tina on YouTube. I see you.
Can I go
says,
yet?
good morning. Love you guys. Wait, can we say bye to this person? Can you pronounce it?
Sean Benabel. Sean Benabel.